Okay. Hello, welcome back. Let's hang out and play some board games. Today we've got Zaya, Legends of a Drift System, which is my all-time favorite board game. This is the house is on fire and I have to save one board game. This is the one. I absolutely adore this game. What is Zaya? Zaya is a sandbox style science fiction game where we are going to take on the role of one of many different little spaceships. We are going to achieve victory by getting to a certain threshold for fame points, which let's switch over to here. I'm trying some new stuff with the board game recordings. We'll see how well this comes out in the final mix, but we are going to be playing a solo game to 15 fame points, and hopefully we can show those NPCs a thing or two about who the baddest boss in space is. Okay, well, I've gotten us set up. So in the solo game, you start with Near, which comes from the Embers of a Forsaken Star expansion, which elevates Zaya from an okay game to the GOAT. So here we have 4 tiles. We get to set those up basically any way we want, as long as they still go to any of these match points. They don't have to match the symbols for this one point. Everything else does. So as my starting ship, I picked the Ghost Stalker with the Disruptor Field ability that will let me roll a d20 and possibly get through planetary shields for free. Because ordinarily you either have to go in through a planetary gate or you have to roll a die if you want to get through the shield. And the reason that I'm doing this is since I'm playing solo, we have the Velocity Warden as a title that has already come out. And what this says is that there's a bunch of places that we can fly between on a turn. And if we can go through an asteroid, a planet, a nebula, and a debris, and what are they called? Encounter point, then we can claim this title. And well, I mean, that's 2 fame points right there if we can do that. So I'm thinking if another one of those tiles comes out close to where we are, because we've got an asteroid, we've got a planet, we've got a nebula. So I think this is possibly a good, maybe hedging my bet strategy, because there's not too much else to gain points with right now. As you can see, Azure is out. Azure is one of the planets on the merchant's trade route, which means that the merchant is going to be coming out sometime in the next 7 rounds, which really sucks because the merchant is really the clock that we're racing against in solo mode. So let's just hop on in there. Let's see if I can deal with the merchant. And yeah, so what are we going to do to win this game? We've got a gate here. We can't go anywhere with that and get the fame point until there's another gate to go to. So I think honestly the best move is we get some exploration tokens, we do a little bit more exploring, and we'll see what comes up with the map. So I think oh hell, this is just going to be a gamble. Let's see how this pays off. Oh, I should mention before I get started here that when I set up my ship, I got the Halon engine for 2,000 and I got the GTS for 1,000. I have 1,000 left over. I'm playing this on like normal mode, which means I'm going to have easy NPCs for the first half of the game, and then once we get up to 8 fame points, then they're going to get harder to kill and generally more of a pain in the butt. So now that that's over with, let's put one of our activations on our engine, and we are going to roll the die and see where that engine is taking us. So being that I have the Halon engine, I get a D8. And what am I getting for movement? Oh, we're getting an 8. First thing out of the gate. All right. So, you know, it's only downhill from here. So movement 1, I've got 7 movement left. But before I can proceed with my turn, I need to roll to see if something bad happens in the nebula. So I roll a d20. Where's my most readable d20? There we go. That's a 13. We are fine. If I would have rolled 1 through 10, I would have had that much energy drain out of my ship, which would have been bad. But 13, it's great. No worries. Let's just get awesome. So let's see. 654. Now, since I'm in the nebula, I can move around once I cross the borders here and not have to worry about further energy drain. And as a minor action, I pick up this exploration token. It's some Terra. So that gets me some Terra in my hold just from the supply. Might as well stick it there. There's nowhere like super important that it needs to go. I can actually sell this at Azure, so that's kind of nice that that's almost like a free 1,000 the game is giving me. So let's see, where were we? We were here. We had 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So let's get another few moves here. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's finish our movement up there. And I'm going to do that because I want to spend an energy and I want to scan this tile and this tile. And maybe if I get real lucky, I'll get something that can help me get through the Velocity Warden. Specifically, what I'm looking for the Velocity Warden is debris fields. Excuse me. Those are the yellow bordered ones that can cause instant death on a 1 through 3 when you fly through them. Otherwise, you're fine. They're also good to hide in if the scoundrel or the space cops are coming after you. So we'll see what happens there. So anyway, I'm going to spend 1 energy. I'm going to scan. And let's go here at the arrow. That is another nebula. Ooh, that's a lot of nebula stuff over there. But that does come with another exploration token. And we, in solo mode, really want to collect the exploration tokens because every 2 of those you trade in at any point during your turn can potentially give you a fame point. Well, not even potentially. It does give you a fame point, so that's pretty great. Also, while I'm around here, like, I'm gonna go in here for sure, and I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope that I don't get stranded from energy loss. But I should be also visiting these spaces and getting missions. You can get pretty much any amount of missions in a turn, but you have to discard down to 1 unless you have gosh, what are you called? Where's the little doohickey? The M comp, which allows you to hold even more. We don't have an M comp. I wanted to save my money in case I buy, I don't know, maybe I happen upon planets that are on the same spot in the trading round. And in any case, we're going to spend 1 more energy. We're going to scan here, and it's going to be at the little circle thing. Oh, the Delta Skate. That is fortuitous as heck because that means we will get a fame point from just going from here to here, basically. And honestly, I think that's the move because I don't really want to risk energy drain over here because that sucks. Let's go with second activation. We're going to activate the engine 1 more time. And let's see what we get from there. That's a 7, which is great. And because I have my little GTS engine mod, that means that actually goes up to an 8 because you get to add 2 to anything until you get to the max or 2 better, whichever is, you get me. Anyway, so we've got 8 movement to play with. So that means we've got 1, 2, 3. So that gets me my first fame point. I'm going to stick a 3. I'm going to stick a 5 here just so I remember that I have 5 more movement because I'm going to toggle back on over to this and y'all are going to see that I'm now Space Scum. Awesome. And since that was over a space that makes me draw an event card, I will get that ready and we will draw it at the end of the turn. I find it helpful generally with event cards to just, whenever I advance the point threshold to where I earn them, just stick it out so I have it in front of me and I'm like, oh yeah, I have that event card. Awesome. I'm going to take these fame point markers away just so I remember I've done that. Great. So I've got 5 more movement left. This is wonderful. Let's go 1 as a minor action. I'm going to pick up some missions. There is a giant stack of cards just off camera, and well, once you sleeve up all the missions from all the extra stuff in this game, it gets to be kind of a lot. So there's no use in really needing it on camera. I get to look at these in the end of my turn. So like they say in the solo rules that you can look at them right when you get them. I think it's more fun to wait, just because it's just more crazy tactical nonsense to have to deal with in Zaya. Anyway, so I had 5 movement left. Let's go get this other exploration token. One. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The cool thing about these is they all count as one big space. So it's like kind of some free movement that you cheat the game out of, which love it. So let's do one more engine activation, and we'll see what kind of a die roll we can get. Let's hope it's as good as the other two. All right, so all right, that's pretty good. I'm not going to complain about getting all 8s on my first turn. So let's go ahead and start by going here. Now, since I'm going into an asteroid space, I do need to roll again, and that means roll a d20. And oh, okay, so my luck, I kind of pushed it there, and that really stinks. So I rolled a 10. That means I take 10 damage by crashing into that space, which I think means I'm gonna die. Let's see. How many spaces do I have on my ship? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Wow. Oh, I guess hold 9. So yeah, I take 10 damage, which means all the stuff is disarmed. This cube of terror gets jettisoned. I don't even get to pick this up. That's real tragic. Fortunately, I keep my money when I die. But yeah, I'm just like, and my turn is over. I'm gonna respawn next turn. Death isn't super bad in this game, especially because for this turn it happened like not exactly at the end, but close enough to the end that it's okay. Anyway, these missions, I don't get to see them. They get discarded. Sorry, missions. And let's see here. I believe my turn immediately ends. I will get all my stuff armed and ready to go for my next turn, and I will suffer 1 point of damage, which I'm just going to end up putting there. Because I am a tier 1 ship, you suffer damage equal to the ship tier that you are. So wow, man. Okay, great. So I don't have anything else I get to do during my action phase. I don't have a business phase. Well, let's see what this event is. Oh my god. The first event is Rikishi. Okay, that's ridiculous. Wow. Okay, so Rikishi is this giant comet. Let's zoom it in a little bit so y'all can see it a little bit more. So Rikishi is this ice comet that is going to travel across the board. It might destroy a planet. It might destroy ships. It's just gonna be ridiculous. Like normally this is great as an equalizer later on in the game. But in this case, with coming out like the first turn, I have no idea what's gonna happen. So we point place Rikishi, giant comet side up inside the red star border on near with the center arrow pointing toward the most sector tiles in a row. I think that's going to be this way. So yeah, like near the dying star is just ejecting out this giant space comet. This is it's real cool. Okay, so that's going to do stuff at the end of the round, so I just need to remember to deal with that at the end of the round. Great. Let's see here. So we took care of that. We took care of that. We're ready for our next turn there. And then we do system expanse, which is something that only happens in solo mode. We choose an area of the map and fit a tile into there, and it has to be the one that has the most other tiles around it. In this case, most of it is just 2s, so we're just gonna put it in a spot that honestly makes sense to have on camera, because this game has a tendency to sprawl all over the place. So, well, 2 things about that though. Number 1, I do want to keep everything in the frame and not move things around very much, because that ends up being a pain. But also, we need to do this tactically, because the merchant the merchant, we want to inconvenience the merchant as much as possible when they come out. So I think that we're going to put the tile over here because that'll hopefully make it more difficult to get to Azure if this is a planet on the trading route. And we'll do system expanse at the little T here. Called it. Okay, so Kemplar 2. Kemplar 2 means that we're going to get both the merchant and the enforcer out. That's rough, man. Although we can buy hollow here and sell hollow here. So that's going to provide us with possibly an engine to start earning some points. We'll see how that goes. Unfortunately, that does mean that the merchant and the enforcer are going to start scoring like probably pretty soon. So since this is solo mode, there are special cards that govern the operation of the NPCs, because normally when you're playing with other people, others do it for them. So these will control our NPC actions. What I usually do is I will roll a d4 to select from the 4 different kinds of personalities that each of them can have. And then the cool thing about solo mode too is that you get to pick what side of you everyone's sitting on, which is useful when you're trying to do something with missions that target specific players. You can be like, the merchant's on my left, the enforcer is on my right. And honestly, I think that's what we're going to do here. Investor's going to be on my left, enforcer's going to be on the right. So let's see, where is my D4? My D4 is kind of hard to see, so y'all are just going to have to take my word for it. Let's see how well it shows up on the camera. So basically, these are the 2 cards for the merchant. These are the 2 for the enforcer. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So our first roll is going to be, okay, what do we have for you? We have a 3 for the merchant. So that is the collector. They like collecting. They just want to buy stuff. And oh my God, if they just keep buying things, oh, that sucks. But so you can see our economy board is right here too. I populated this randomly at the beginning of the game, and having the merchant buy everything out is really gonna stink for us. So let's see what kind of enforcer we're gonna have. That is a 4, which is the corrupt. Okay, so the corrupt enforcer will target us if we are an outlaw, but we can actually bribe them to not attack us. So that's pretty cool. We'll see how all that shakes out. But oh man, first turn merchant coming out is real rough. Oh, throat coat tea, essential. It's real cold out there, as I've been saying in some of my Isaac videos, and I think talking a lot and dealing with just cold stuff, got to be nice to your throat. Anyway, so the merchant's going to be to my left. The enforcer is going to be to my right. We will have our NPC cards for them. And let's see, there's the merchant. There is the enforcer. And I'll just tuck that under there so we remember who is doing what. And they both spawn in over here. And we'll just say the merchant takes the first spawn point and we'll spawn the enforcer in right there. So because Azure and Kemplar 2 are the ones that are out and the merchant is already at Kemplar 2, we are going to put a little dot here just to be like, okay, well, you're going to Azure, and where do you want to go? The buy space. So we have our little markers here just to remind us, yes, the merchant is going here, and then we'll deal with the enforcer when that happens. We may have to take a more aggressive tack here, because when you get a merchant collector, that means that they don't really stop until they buy all the stuff. So it's either we try to outbuy them, or we just try to shoot them and kill them, which makes it so the cops will come after us. So hopefully we'll get some sort of title that makes things easier to deal with. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, so that is it on my turn. So we do the NPCs. The collector merchant is going to move to the target. So we have a card here for our NPC movement, and you can see here that right now they don't get, there we go. They get a bit of free movement per turn, and it will increase as we continue through the game. So for right now, the merchant gets 9. Unfortunately, well, let's see if they go there. So they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The NPCs can ignore terrain like the nebula, but I feel like it's more thematic to have them try to go around it if possible. Not only does it make it a little bit more believable, but I think it kind of also makes it slightly easier for me as the player. So yeah, we got we got the merchant taking their turn. They tried to move to their target. They didn't get there. That's it. Easy. Great. And then the corrupt enforcer. Corrupt enforcer doesn't have any targets because I'm not an outlaw. But oh my god, if I become an outlaw, this dude is gonna mess me up. Okay, so now we deal with end of round stuff. So unfortunately, because the NPCs are technically behind me in points, they get a slight buff to the roll. They get another buff to their roll too, because I have that 1 cube of Terra out. So what that means is we roll this d20 and we're like, oh, 19, all right, yeah. Ugh. So since I rolled a 19, there's a little chart that we can look at for the solar round summary. You can see down here at the bottom is where I get to look up how badly I'm being effed over by the game. So since I rolled a 19, there was 1 cube of stuff out on the board, and they were 1 fame point behind. So they have a +4. So it's a total of 23, which means they have 3 fame points. Ugh. They rocket ahead, and now my wonderful opponents are mostly harmless. You can see right up there, but that does mean that there's going to be another title available. And being that this is the end of the round, we're just going to go ahead and reveal that anyway. So what is this? This is the collector title. What does that mean? Without making a purchase from the Smuggler's Den, have at least 1 of the 5 types of cargo cubes in your hold. Well, we'll see if that happens. I'm not feeling too confident about that right now. So, all right, we'll just have that out. And can't forget, end of the round. Also, we deal with Rikishi. So Rikishi is going to have a die rolled for it as well. Let's roll for you. That is a 6. So what does that mean for Rikishi? It means that we move Rikishi 3 spaces in the direction of the arrow rolled. Ignore all borders when moving. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3. So it completely destroys the kiln. That's okay. The kiln's going to respawn. The kiln is like indestructible, essentially. So we'll just put the kiln back on the next round as close to that spawn point as possible. I'm pretty sure those are the rules, and you know what? They are going to honorarily be the rules this time. Whew. So, yeah, anything it moves through is destroyed. Ships, cubes, comets, exploration tokens, etc. If the majority of Rikishi's tile moves on a planet, flip Rikishi to the ice asteroid side. It will now remain stationary. Any spaces covered by Rikishi are ignored except for paths. Rikishi will only leave play when it enters the Zaya sector, which is 1 tile, which is a giant star taking up the whole tile, which is the reason we don't want to blind jump, because there's always a chance that'll be somewhere in the deck ready to completely destroy you. Or if it blind jumps with no sectors remaining. So we have plenty of sector tiles left in our sector tile stack. So it can just continue to go through the board and uncover stuff. We'll see what happens. Anyway, yeah, that's Rikishi. So now, round 2. I am going to roll a d20 and spawn at whatever point is closest to my die roll. And let's see what we got here. That is a 2. So where is 2? Let's see, we've got a 3 over here. Oh, 2. Kemplar 2. Awesome. It's worth noting that if I was an outlaw, I would have lost outlaw status and any bounties on me. when I blew up. That didn't happen because, it was my first turn. There wasn't a whole lot going on. Okay, anyway, what are we trying to do here? What is the merchant trying to do? It wants to buy cargo. So what we need to do, oh my God, there's so much spice to buy. I'm like looking at the amount of stuff that the merchant can buy. And if we look here on the economy board, there's 6 spice, y'all. That is so much money. And they are just going to be able to go back and forth, turn after turn. There's 3 hollow, and they're going to get 1 of them. So, it's not going to be super bad for a while, but... Oh, wait. Okay, so this is interesting. I'm looking at the board here, and Rikishi is actually blocking the the way in here. So I don't think the merchant is going to be able to get in unless they try busting through the planetary shield, which I don't know, how much does the merchant want to trade? I feel like the merchant would probably be like, I guess I'm just going to hang out and wait for this thing to go by. Oh yeah, also we're going to respawn the kiln. We'll just put the kiln right here. Oh my gosh. So what am I going to do? Also, I never put an exploration token here. So you know what? Let's just start by going on to Kemplar 2. We're going to say hi to the corrupt cop next to us and say, hey, we're totally we're a legitimate operation here. Please don't mess with me. Okay, so I rolled a 5, but because of my GTS, that means I actually have a 7, right? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Minor action, flip it over. It's a captain in need. So these are cool. This means you draw the top mission card off of the deck and look at what the destination is. And we're saying, well, then you can go there and you can fly this captain over there and you will get extra money. I believe it's 1,000 credits and a fame point, which is pretty cool. So let's see what we got. We've got a captain in need wants to go to Farron's Call, which is nowhere to be found. So because this takes up a slot, I am going to say we're not going to heed the captain in need because I want to just pick up some missions. But we do have 2 exploration tokens, which we can turn in 4 fame points. I think I'm going to use them for money, though, because I want to buy as much stuff as possible here to prevent the stupid merchant from getting it. So, what does that mean? It means I need to make some money. Well, okay. First things first. I was here. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 1 more move. Let's say 7. So that's my first engine activation. I think next let's say I just turn these in. Gets me 2,000 credits. Because I think it's going to be worth it to buy as much of this as possible and kind of cheat the merchant out of doing it themselves. What's unfortunate is if I wanted to buy everything, I would need to have a cargo pod, and I don't have one of those. So it means I don't really have very much room on my ship here. It's unfortunate. But the merchant's not going to come back there anytime soon. The merchant's still going to be trying to go to Azure. So I think I've got a turn to get my ducks in a row, so to speak. So let's go ahead and move a little bit more. What do we got for moves? Another set. Okay, I'm rolling great on moves. So we've got 8 worth of movement. Fantastic. Let's go 1, 2. Pick up some missions. I'm really hoping for something extremely useful. And then because I'm probably going to hang around Kemplar 2, maybe we just do a little bit more exploring. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's move back to the spawn point. And we will use an energy to scan here at the circle and see if we can find something good. It's Loath. Okay. All right. Ugh. Okay, so Loath means that we are going to have the Scoundrel come out, which also isn't something I'm feeling too jazzed about, because in all likelihood they're going to be coming after me. So we don't have to spawn the NPC until my turn ends, thankfully. But let's go ahead and figure out what kind of Scoundrel we're going to have. Once again, I'll roll a d4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the way I like to do my NPC behavior is I like to re-roll each time they die, because I think it's kind of boring to have the same NPC all game. So that is a 4. So what kind of Scoundrel is a number 4? That is the Opportunist. Opportunist goes after me if I'm carrying cargo cubes or if I'm damaged. That's real bad, because I was considering getting cargo cubes. So I think to make things as simple on myself as possible, I am going to say that the Scoundrel is going to be the order of the players will be Merchant, Enforcer, Scoundrel after me. So where did I just put my Scoundrel card? There we go. Opportunist, Scoundrel. And well, I guess it would spawn after my turn was over anyway. So I'll just put you there, Scoundrel. The cool thing about the Scoundrel is that because I am still law abiding, I can hide out on Kempel R2, and they will have to crash through the planetary border to try to get me. I'm thinking maybe the right move, honestly, this turn is not to buy anything except for a cargo pod. And then I can fill up next turn, and hopefully I can use my disruptor field to get through the shield at Kemplar 2. I don't even actually, I can't even, like, I can't sell this stuff anywhere. Oh, I could sell it at Loath. I could buy the stuff here and I could sell it at Loath, but it would make me an outlaw, which means that the Enforcer is going to come after me. Oof. I might just have to bribe the Enforcer. I think that might have to be how this goes here. Oh my gosh. Okay. I love this game. I love that we're already talking about trying to slip a corrupt cop money while I'm on the run from someone else chasing me, trying to steal my stuff, because it's the only way I can deal with this merchant that wants all the stuff. Zaya. Let's spend another energy. Let's scan over here at the arrow. And what do we have? We have Kalakis. It's a dead world. So this could give us some more opportunities for points. We've got an exploration token, and we've also got some relics that we can excavate. Unfortunately, the Ghost Stalker doesn't have a whole lot of room in its hold. So you can see I've only got these 3 spaces right here. But if I can get that cargo pod, maybe even 2 cargo pods, then I can go get these off of this planet. Well, I have to get lucky with an excavation room, and then take them back to the kiln over there. But man, there is some nasty stuff to travel through. So I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. Okay, what do we do? Well, I think what we do is we do another engine activation, and we say, let's get lucky again. 3. So we've got 5 worth of roll. And let's not forget, I have my impulse too, so I can get another 3 if I need it. So let's see, what is the right move? I think it'll be, I do 1, 2, get 3 more missions to my stack of mission cards. And remember, I can have as many as I want. I can only go to 1 mission point once per turn, and I will have to discard down to 1. But at least if you get a lot of them in 1 turn, you can kind of sift through a little bit more and hopefully find something good. So we've got that. Let's see. So that was 1, 2. Yeah, I think we go 3, 4, minor action, pick this up. It's ice damage. I think that's okay for right now. Because I'm going to be on a planet anyway, and if you're on a planet, the ice will just melt, and everything will be fine. And 5. Hey, what the heck? I got energy to spare. Let's scan down here at the wrench icon, and we start to see how this game makes you just don't really know where everything's going to expand to. It's the Expeditor Gate. Ooh, oh, that's real cool. Oh my god. Okay, so since we have this gate here, this means that we can go here to get these relics and then use the gate to go back over to here, and then we can go turn them in. That could be pretty good. So maybe the move instead. Oh geez, I'm damaged. Oh my gosh, I'm damaged. I just realized that the scoundrel's gonna come after me no matter what because I'm damaged. That stinks. Okay, so I'm still thinking that because they don't care about me carrying relics, they only care about me carrying cargo cubes. I mean, I know I still have to buy the stuff. No, you know what? I'm backtracking too much. We're gonna try to do both. It's gonna take a couple of turns to set this up. I'm gonna need some cargo pods. I'm going to need to make some money. I really need a shield. Okay, one thing at a time here. I've got 3 more movement left. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go back to Kemplar 2 with my impulse. Oh, first I'm gonna spend 2 energy, and I'm gonna use my disruptor field. So I usually like to have I just use a damage token, and I put it at the top when I haven't used something, and I put it down the bottom when I have. And so in this game, you get a victory point once per round by just being lucky. Like if you roll a 20 on something, and if you get a nat 20 on a d20, you get a point. I love it. So you want to give yourself as many chances to roll a d20 as possible. So if you have any abilities that give you the ability to roll d20, try to do them once per turn. Anyway, I'm paying the 2 energy. I'm using my disruptor field. Let's see what we can get here. That's a 5. That means nothing happens. Field out of frequency. All right, that's fine. It was worth a shot. Like, we didn't need it. So we're just going to go back to here. And I think I spend 1,000 and I buy 2. Do I want to buy? I'm going to save my money for now. There is a ton of spice there, but I think the merchant's going to be a little bit behind because of Rikishi. So yeah, I'm gonna save my money. This could be a little bit of a gamble, but this whole game's a gamble, which is what's so freaking great about it. Okay. Anyway, let's be done with the action phase. Next business phase, I recharge my energy. I repair damage. Well, my ice melts, and I do spend. This is killing me. I spend 1,000 to repair this damage. You repair all of your damage by spending 1,000 per ship tier. It stinks having the 1 on there from respawning, but I guess it makes it a little bit more fair. In any case, we don't have any more damage. So great. Let's see. Buy and sell outfits. I think I have to start with. Maybe we go sift heavy. I think we try doing. No, in order to make sure that we don't kill ourselves with sifting, we're going to buy a shield, because a shield will help mitigate the possible ice damage that we're going to suffer. And with the other 1,000, yes, I will buy the cargo pod, and the cargo pod will hopefully, we can fit 1 tile in there for sifting. Like, my little ship is packed to the gills here. Wow. Okay. I can't really do anything else. There's no sense in rearranging my holds. We go on to the status phase. I'm not going to take any ice damage. My ice melted because I'm on a planet. I can't claim any fame. There's no titles or events to get. Refresh, demand. Flip that back over. Nothing is in demand because we haven't bought enough stuff yet. And are my markers. Great. And then system expanse. I think we expand here or here. I kind of like expanding. Let's see. If we get Neo Damascus over here, we are in a world of pain. I think we go here. Let's see if I have room. Cool. All right, yeah. Let's expand here at the circle. Oh, it's a lost sector. Okay, great. That's just nothing. It's not exciting, but also it's not like bad. So, okay, fine. Gotta remember, disruptor field is available again. And then what do we got? We got a lot of missions to go through here. So let's see. We've got we can counterfeit by going to an outlaw planet. Second player on my right, which is the one in the middle, which is the enforcer. We do not necessarily want to go. I mean, the enforcer is going to seek us out, so that could be an easy one. This is we have to. These are all outlaws. I think the only reasonable one is to counterfeit. So counterfeit means that we are going to get involved in some hijinks with the corrupt cops, and we're just going to see if they want to play along. I'm going to be like, hey, copper, I got some good stuff. Once again, you find yourself in the seedy underbelly of the verse. You notice the man dealing faux credits has too short of a shirt, so there's also his underbelly. Gross. So we're going to have to fly to a mission point in an outlaw planet, which is great because I want to go to Loth, which, by the way, I forgot to put an exploration token on. We're going to have to go to Loth anyway if we want to actually fence the stolen goods that we're planning on stealing. Well, stolen goods. Those ones are legit goods. But adjacent to target, declare how you will split 4,000 credit reward. Target must pick Launder or Snitch. I believe the NPCs always snitch. So we have a 50-50 shot at getting a ton of money, but we will get a bounty on us either way. But it doesn't matter. We'll have a bounty on us because we'll be going into an outlaw planet. So I think either way, like, something interesting is going to happen. Whew. Okay, so the merchant. What is the merchant doing? The merchant's like, I want to go here. Bruh, I can't get there. So I think the merchant is just going to be like, well, where's the gate? Where's the gate? I'm going to try to, like, I can't go anywhere here. I think it's more fun to say the merchant is trying to find the gate and then is like, oh my god, it's a giant ice comet. So yeah, that's it for the merchant. The enforcer's not going to do anything. The scoundrel is also not going to do anything because I'm not carrying anything. So all that remains is we roll for the NPCs and let's see what we get. That is a 15, which means they get 2 more points. Rubbish runner, humble skipper. There will be another event card coming out, and that is infestation. The player who drew this card is now the host. Place this card next to their ship mat. Well, I guess it would be the scoundrel because they're last in player order. Okay, great. So now we're gonna pass. Whatever, some sort of nasty little space rats. Okay, so the scoundrel is now going to infect people. Whenever the scoundrel rolls a 1, they must take 1 unblockable damage once per turn when the host is adjacent to another ship, even if it's not their turn. Immediately give this card to that ship. They're now the host. The card leaves play when the host is destroyed. Okay, great. Rikishi. All right, Rikishi, what do you got for us? We're going to roll that d6, and you are going to tell us some sort of cool thing. 2. Rikishi is moving. Oh, I really was hoping it was going to kill the merchant. Okay, so it goes 3 spaces along the 2. So it goes 1, 2, 3. So it's actually going to uncover something else. So we'll arrange it over here. Doravin 5. That is another planet on the merchant's trade route. Oh my gosh. Is that even on there? That is. Let's do a little readjusting here. All right. Is this all on the camera? Okay, I think we were there. I'm not 100%, but yeah, because it was covering that up. So yeah, get another exploration token on Doravin 5. You can see we buy Terra, we can sell Cyber, which I think is, let's see, which is cool because Azure you can sell Terra. There's 3 Terra in the market. Oh man, that merchant is going to be real happy because Doravin 5, Azure, and Kemplar 2 are just 1, 2, 3 in the trade route. Ugh. Okay, so Rikishi went, which means we are done with this round. NPCs are absolutely spanking me. We're still having a great time. Like, there's a lot going on here, but I need to really step it up here if I want to think I have any hope of winning this game. Whew. Okay. So what is the right move here? I think the right move is to try once to sift, or rather try once to excavate, fly in here, sift, and then I think man, let's see how that goes. So we'll do our first engine activation. Roll on a d8 and a 1. Wah, wah, wah. At least it's a 3 with the GTS, so it's not the worst thing ever, but that still really stinks. That means it means we're quite a bit further behind with this turn than I was hoping. Okay, well, 1, 2, 3. I guess we're gonna do another die roll and see how that goes. That's a 4. That's a 6. Wait, I remember. Wait, yep, 4, 6. Yeah. Which is enough to get us over here to excavate. Man, I was really hoping we were gonna do that in 1. Okay, so to excavate, we roll a d20. If it's a 1 through 10, we take that much ice damage. I can block it with the shield. Hopefully we don't have to. Otherwise, we get ourselves a cool relic token. Woo! 17. All right. Cool. So we put this in the ship. We don't get to look at it until we bring it back to the kiln. So I think we had better get our butts back there and depending on what I think I have to go all the way back, because if we could have gotten here in one shot instead of have to use 2 die rolls to do it, then I think I could have gone back to Kemplar 2, bought spice, and then brought all that with me, but I think we're kind of out of luck on that right now. So let's do one more engine activation. This is our last engine activation of the round. And where's my die? That's a 4. Oh my gosh. Game. Come on, bro. Be cool. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and wow. 1, 2, 3. That really stinks. Did I really take that many spaces to get there? Yeah, because I got here with 1, here with 2, there with 3. Well, I guess I just use my impulse and we try to get a little bit closer. 1, 2, 3. Hey there, Kiln. Maybe next round we'll get there. Oh my gosh. I mean, we may as well spend the 2 energy and Ghost Stalk just to see if we can get a point from the D20. That's a 9. We can go through a planetary border once this turn. We don't really care about that. But 5% chance of getting a point. I'm gonna take it. Okay, so let's see here. We don't get a business phase because we did not make it back to a planet. And let's see here. We don't have to worry about freezing. I do unfortunately have to spend energy to arm my markers. You don't have to, but I'd like to have as many of them as possible for my next turn. And we'll refresh this. We'll refresh this. System expanse. It can go here or here or here or here. That's a lot of spaces. I think we go here just because I don't want to keep rearranging this. This is not good, y'all. I think the NPCs have got this one. It's Farron's call. Hey, that's where the one captain wanted to go earlier. Kyle Farron's call. Oh my gosh. Let's put it at the wrench because I'm not really looking at it. So Farron's call is neat. This is a spot where you can potentially get 2 exploration tokens, but you run the risk of getting sucked into this anomaly in the middle. And well, I think the skull says it all, really. Like, generally skulls are not desirable results. I mean, I've got a skull in my head. That's pretty desirable because otherwise I don't think I'd have much of a shape. Okay, so man, that really was not much of a turn. Ugh. Merchant, what are you going to do, buddy? You are unfortunately going to get here. Great, and then you buy a cargo if possible. There's plenty of hollow to go around, so great. They don't get any more points because it's their first hollow, and then their next target is going to be Kemplar 2. So at least it's kind of a well, I guess it is literally a circle that they want to go in. But that wasn't too bad yet. It will become bad though. Corrupt Enforcer not doing anything, and the Scoundrel is not doing anything either. I'm still okay with this. However, the Scoundrel does give the corrupt cops the space rats. And then, let's see, we'll do a roll first for the NPCs, and then we'll see what Rikishi is up to. NPCs get a 5. That's 1 point. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh. So that means we're going to reveal another title, Jack of all trades. In order to get that, successfully mine, harvest, and salvage all in one turn. Gosh, these are some intense ones, man. Mining, harvesting, and salvaging. I think salvage you can only do in debris fields. Mining, obviously, you can do that in asteroids. Harvesting is in nebulas. So none of these really feel all that attainable. This is not looking too good. And Rikishi. Okay, Rikishi, what are we going to do for you? Let's roll that D6. That's a 4. So Rikishi is going to go, it's going to get some more tiles out for us. So it'll go 1, 2, 3 this way. So let's put another tile here lining up with the square. Lunari, that's another spot on the trade route, although if it's going 1, 2, 3, there's a chance that Lunari could get like obliterated by Rikishi moving into it. So that's fun. Okay. Anyways, let's see. That's it for that round. So it's my turn again. What am I going to do? First, I'm going to go to the kiln. I need to go to the kiln. Hey, what if I tried picking up that token again and not dying? But if I do die, then I'm really screwed. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to activate my engine, and then I'm going to roll some dice. So, first off, engine is my 8. That's a 4. That's actually fine. That's what I need. So I'm going to move 1, 2. So we'll notice that my 2 gets me on to this space, which I need to immediately roll a d20 on in order to see if I hurt myself. So remember, I've got 2 more movement. What are you? You're 16. Great. Well, I guess we hope that it's a 16. I'm going to go with 16 because that's what I saw, because there's like a little lip between me and the dice tray. Great. Did not kill me. And it was... All right. Energy refill. Woof. Great. So then I'll use my remaining 2 movement. 1, 2. I will get in the kiln. And I've got a job that I want, so honestly it doesn't really matter where I go in here. When I dock, I need to make sure that the kiln moves. So once again, that's a 2. The kiln just goes 1, 2. Man, if it was only there in my last turn. Oh man, oh man, oh man. So because I'm in the kiln, I can take a sift action and turn this in, which I will totally do, so I can get a fame point, or I can get 2,000 credits and 2 plasma cubes. Does anybody... I can sell plasma at Lunari, but Lunari might get exploded by Rikishi, in which case I... that's a tough call, man. Do I just take the fame point, or do I take the 2,002 plasmas? Well, if I sell plasma there, it will generate cyber, which there's not very much cyber in the economy. Right now, as we can see, our economy board, the cyber, there's 2 of them. There's a whole bunch of plasmas. So I'd actually be making it easier for the merchant to continue dominating everyone. But on the other hand, if I can get over there, I mean, I'm real behind. I'm 5 points behind without a clear path in front of me. So I think I'm going to take the gamble here, and I'm going to turn this in for the 2,000 and the 2 plasmas. So then this just goes away. Get 2,000, and I get 2 plasmas. Okay, I think. Oh my God, I just realized that the Delta Skate is here. So I think I might actually be able to sell those plasmas if I roll well. So let's actually activate my engine, and let's see, what do we have? The old D8 Areno. Okay, great. That's a D8. Also, like, and I would have done this anyway, I'm going to use my my special disruptor field. Spent 2 energy, and I rolled a 13, so that means I can pass through a planetary shield 1 time this turn. So with my 8, I move out of the kiln. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that was my second engine activation. I did not put the thing over there. I think I really want that exploration token, but I need to get the hell out of here. uh, in case Rikishi. Oh, I still have my disruptor field proc. So here's what I can do. I use my impulse. I go to the sell space. I sell my plasma, which will give me 2,000 and a fame because I'm selling all the cargo in my hold that I can sell there, and it's at least 2 cubes. And then I can go through the back, and as long as I'm far enough away from the path of Rikishi, I should be okay. So, yeah, Impulse. Impulse is going to get me over to here. And then I sell my plasma, which, again, gives me 2,000 credits and a fame point. Hello, welcome back. And since I am selling something here, the market eats these and turns them into these. So we'll stick those on the board. I just generated some cyber for the good people of Lunari, and now we're gonna do the extra fun, risky thing, and we are going to roll for our last engine activation and hope that we get a really good roll to get the heck away from this ice comet. That's a 3. It's a 4-5 with the GTS. So we go 1 exploration token, get a free cube of hollow. Well, I mean, I may as well take it because I have a cargo pod. Unfortunately, that means I'm going to have a friend chasing after me. That's fine. So that was 1. I've got 4 more movement to go. Well, actually, you can see the movement of Rikishi. It's only going to go this way. So if I go... Oh, that's fine then. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, which puts me inside a Dwarven 5. And it puts me in a spot where it's going to be a little bit harder for someone else to reach me. And most importantly, Rikishi, not going to be an issue. Man, if only I'd had enough to buy the cyber there, I could have really started cleaning up. But I feel like the chances of me dying to Rikishi are enough that it would not be worth it. And if I left all those cubes out there, the NPCs would get even more buffs to their roll and probably start slaughtering me even more. Which, speaking of which, I forgot that I'm a lowly asteroid worm now because I got my fame point from selling those plasma. So that's absolutely wonderful. I don't think there's anything else I can do on this phase. But one thing that I can do that I think is actually going to be the best move for us right now, I'm going to turn in 2 of my exploration tokens, and I'm going to get 2,000 credits. And what this means is that since I'm on a planet, I'm going to go ahead and go to my business phase. It means I can get myself a new ship for 5,000 credits, which is going to be great at solving some of the issues that I've had, namely with cargo space. So yeah, I think we will go ahead, throw in a small pause here while I pick out my ship, and then I'll come right back to y'all once I have gotten all that set up. Alrighty, okay. Well, I'd say welcome back, but I mean, it's an instantaneous thing for y'all out there. So I've done a little bit of rearranging. I upgraded my ship. I'm going with the Mock Horror, and the Mock Horror I think is going to help me take advantage of the outlaw path to victory that I'm going to be going on. So I didn't have enough money for weapons yet, but cool thing about the Mock Horror is, this is like a rub stomach pat head thing, is that I can still go in through planetary entrances, and the bigger my bounty is, well, it just gives me discounts on stuff, which is great. So we will hope that this will allow me to do some trading between, I think particularly Kemplar 2 and Loth, and then hopefully I can use my Ghost Stalker to make it a little bit easier to go in between the planets, because after you upgrade your ship, you maintain your abilities of your previous ships, so I can still use the disruptor field if I want, which is super cool. Also, I've gone up a fame point. I am now at 3, so we are 3 to 6 right now. So, woof. I'm trying to think. I do have 1,000 more I could spend. I really want to use that on buying as much spice as I can. I think we just I kind of want to see what Rikishi does. Like the merchant's only going to get one thing from that planet, so I think I'll be pretty good to come in there and buy a whole ton of things, but I need to save money first. I do have 1 exploration token, so if I get another one, I can get more money, and then I can just go in there, clean them out, and then just go next door and immediately just start just making bank, which I think is going to probably be what I do. So I guess what that means is, since it's likely I'll be able to... No, I'm not going to buy any more stuff. We're going to continue on. I really want to buy some guns. I really want to start making these jerks explode. But it's... I need a little bit more money for that first. So I think that's going to be it for my turn. I'm all refreshed because I have a new ship. And... we'll do system expanse, and system expanse, I think, for the sake of facilitating my journeys amongst these planets, let's do something over here, because this is one of the spaces that has the most other tiles around it. So system expanse over by Kemplar 2, we're going to go at the square there. Vortex 86, it is a nebula, and you know what, at least that will give me a little bit of space to travel over there. Also, let's not forget, there's an exploration token here and here. So hopefully I'll be able to pick those up and get a little bit more money while I am trying to unload my goods. Whew. Let's see. Merchant, that jerk, is going back to Kemplar 2. So Merchant is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Way to go, Merchant. You suck. The Enforcer still doesn't care about me because I'm not an outlaw yet. They're going to start caring about me real soon. Unfortunately, the Scoundrel does care about me. So the Scoundrel has a movement of 6 because we are in the easy part of the game still. So Scoundrel is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They almost got to me, but you know what? Not quite. So then we'll roll 4 NPCs and for Rikishi. Let's do NPCs first. Oh my gosh. That's a 19. They get 2 more points. And we'll reveal another event card, which we'll just do right now. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, Derelict Hulk. It's a ship that we can go find and potentially get for free, but it kind of depends on where it is. So let's see here. Derelict Hulk. We will take a random unpurchased available tier 3 ship and spawn it. The ship cannot be purchased normally and is now the Hulk. Tow, when you take a move action for each space you move, you may also move the Hulk 1 space as long as the Hulk is adjacent to your ship. Moving the Hulk costs you +1 movement per space. If you tow the Hulk into the kiln, immediately in your action phase and purchase it for free regardless of your current ship. So that's very cool. I'm going to throw in a pause and I'm going to spawn us a Hulk. All right, so I rolled some dice and ended up getting the Constant Sorrow as our Space Hulk, and that is all the way over there at spot 12. I feel like that means the odds are real low that I'm going to be towing that into the kiln, but I guess you never know. But man, that's I guess we could tow it through the gate, but that's still like a long trek, man. Anyway, we still have to deal with Rikishi. So let's see again. Rikishi, we're going to roll a d6. 6. And oh, that's interesting. That's real interesting as a 6. So we go 1, 2, 3. Ugh. Anything on the game board Rikishi moves through is destroyed. Ships, cubes, comets, exploration tokens. If the majority of the tile moves on a planet. Well, that's a gate. It's not a planet. I think the gate stays there. I don't know. Is the majority of the tile on it? No. Okay. I think if we fully cover that, we'll say that Rikishi, like, destroys the gate. Because there are, like, you know, frames around the gates. So I guess it makes sense that it could crash into it. Or maybe maybe it just goes through it. I think it just goes through it. Anyway, that's what Rikishi does. So now it is back to being my turn. I got 1 hollow. Can I buy Terra? There is some Terra to be bought. I mean, maybe that's just the easier thing, honestly, is to buy Terra, go down to Azure, and then make my way over to Kemplar 2 and do that. Let's see. Okay, first let's spend 2. Let's do my disruptor field. Let's see if I can get like if I could get a 20 on this, that would absolutely make my day. There we go. There's my mouse. Okay, cool. So disruptor field, what do we have? 16. I mean, it's not a 20, but you know, still pretty good. That means I can pass through a planetary shield border 1 time this turn with no consequences. So let's go ahead and roll my d8. I really could use a better engine, but you know, what can you do? That's a 3, 4, 5 total. I am so glad I did not get rid of that GTS because I was certainly thinking about it. Right, I guess I could have bought stuff first. Well. If I want to sell, 5. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'll just do 1, 2, 3. Get this exploration token. That's some spice. Put that in my hold there. And then, oh man, do I go for the Farron's Call stuff while I'm over here? It is a potential other point. No, I can't get that sidetracked right now. 4, 5. Let's roll the die and see what we can get for our second movement. Okay, that's an 8 with the GTS applied to it. That's great. So let's see. That means 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That basically just gets me back here. So let's put you back there because I should have done that to begin with. It's worth noting that the scoundrel can come in here. I will cash this in. I don't know if that's even worth it, to be honest. I will spend that. I will buy 2 Terra. So there were a total of 3 Terra there to get. I didn't really want to waste an exploration token on not getting the best possible deal. So, you know. Let's roll again and see if we can get a good roll on our last engine activation. And I really hope we can, because I could really use not a 1. Okay. So that's a 1, which means that we have 3 movement total, which is not great. That's really not great, because that means the scoundrel is going to come after us. And we're gonna be pretty screwed. Wow. So I have, let's see here. I've already done that. I do still have my 3 impulse. That's rough, man. I'm gonna get attacked real bad. So they're gonna attack me twice with a D12 blaster. I do have a little shield, but still, I really can't afford to take all that damage. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, there's just no getting around it. Man, that was like the worst possible die roll I could have gotten there. Like if I would have rolled better than that, then I could have actually sold all my Terra this turn. Man, that's really unfortunate. God, what do I do with this? We may have to take a gamble here, which is what this game's all about. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna use my we're gonna use the impulse, and we're gonna blind jump and hope that we can end up hiding in, like, I don't know, like an asteroid belt or something, so we don't take all this damage. So let's see, because I'm gonna end up going here. I want that to stay on the camera. So how are we doing with that? Is that gonna, okay, good. That's gonna stay in there. So yeah, we're going to go 1. We're going to blind jump into here. We're going to line it up at the circle. Oh my God. Okay, so speaking of gambling, since I am blind jumping and moving into this space, that means I roll a d20 for going into a debris field. 1 through 3 instantly die, and that'll be super bad and seal my fate, losing to the NPCs. Otherwise, I'm going to hide in there, and I'll be safe. Okay, so D20. That is an 18! Yeah! Okay, awesome. Well, that's kind of... Let's take the D6 away. It's still fine. Okay, great. I should take my dice out of there before rolling, but... Okay, great. Then I am... Let's see, there's my impulse. I should have done that. I'm done with my turn. Then I get no business. I flip these over. I will pay 3 energy to rearm. And then we'll do system expanse. I think I probably need to do it here. Well, there's a few spaces I could do it. I'm going to do it there. Because that would be really cool if I could get, like, if the sellsword wanted to come out. So we'll go with the square there. Okay, it's another debris field. It's not super exciting, but again, it's more exploration tokens to get. And, I mean, honestly, this debris field kind of saved my bacon a little bit. So, let's just go on to the merchant. All right, the merchant is going to Kemplar 2. So they get 9 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, they definitely make it. So the merchant makes it to Kemplar 2. They are going to get one of the spices. We'll just put it on here. They're not going to get extra points until the next planet they move on to, which is going to be Neo Damascus, which is where, wait, they're not going to Neo Damascus. They're going to Lunari. Neo Damascus is not out yet. So that worked out kind of in their favor with how all that stuff is going. Okay, so that's the merchant. And then we've got the enforcer. I'm still not an outlaw. Dang. And then we have the outlaw coming after me, who is just going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, I really want to shoot you, but I'm kind of like, I can't get you. So then we will do some end of turn rolls. And NPCs get a 6, which means they get 1 more point. So they are up to 9. They are now calculating cosmonauts. And we've got Ice Rock Jockey. We've got to enter a comet's path and not die, basically. But we haven't had any ice comets come out. I don't think we're gonna see any this game. Whew, this is rough, man. Oh yeah, I'll roll for Rikishi while we've still got it. So Rikishi's got a 3. So let's move Rikishi 3 along the 3. 1. Rikishi is going to fill in at the wrench there. Oh, the Tigress Gate. Tigress. I'm going to go with Tigress because it's probably like the river. 1, 2, 3. So whoever gets to this first and uses it gets a fame point, which is awesome. But we'll see if that happens because of Rikishi being over there. I really like that gate because you can go potentially like anywhere on the board, but also, you know, you can end up anywhere. Let's see. So that, I believe, is the end of the turn. The end of the round, rather. So now we get to figure out what I'm going to do. So let's start by using the disruptor field. I will roll a d12. I will roll a d12. And by d12, I mean a d20. That's a 3. Nothing happens. Whoa, 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 whoa. I just always imagine it makes like a whoa, 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 whoa kind of noise. So I think the rest of this turn is going to be determined by what kind of super cool, awesome roll on the d8 we can get. Because I am going to move. I need to sell this stuff. Like, oh my God. Like, I am so far behind. I'm so far behind. We gotta make it. Okay, so I got 7 points of movement. Where can we go with our 7 points worth of movement? Well, I'd really like to be at Azure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I can make it. Oh, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I can get down there if I roll relatively okay on my next turn. And, like, I think I just got to do that. And then, like, once I have that money from doing that, I need. Maybe we just go to Loth now, empty out, and then go over to Kemplar 2. So I think then, because I rolled a 7, we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think, yeah, we're just going to do our best to head over there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could take the risk. Let's back up. I was here. Could take the risk and try to get over to the Tigress Gate, which would require a blind jump. I think we got to go for it. I think, like, at this point, there's not much to lose. Well, I guess I could fly into the star and then lose all my cubes and then give them more points. But you know what? If I do this, warriors will sing of my deeds or something like that. But, you know, if I fail, I'll just be thought of as a cowardly TAKH that did nothing. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go here on my next one. Can we even see this? Wow, I am running out of room. Let's move some of my cards around a little bit and hope that I can get the map to kind of cooperate with me. Yeah. Great. Okay, so that was what, 1, 2, 3. So I've got 4 movement left. One of them is going to be spent going to here. Let's line up at the T. Yes. Okay, so that's a dead world, which I'm not particularly interested in actually like exploring it right now. I'm more concerned, and by concerned I mean I'm more happy to see that there's nothing there that's going to impede my progress or cause me to, like, you know, die. So yeah, like that's great. So we get this, we get another exploration token. Ugh. We'll just pretend we didn't see that. We'll pick another random one out. So this was 4. Yeah. 5, 6, 7. We'll pick up the exploration token, and it's some cyber. Cool. We've got a lot of cubes here in the hold. And then we'll take another roll of the old D8 and try. Yo! Okay, this D8 is in dice prison for sure at this point. It's dice prison's a thing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I am the first to get to the Tigress Gate, which is awesome. Let's do that actually on camera here. So where I was here, so I went 1, 2, 3. I'm on the Tigress Gate. So, oh wait, no, is this the first one to use? Yeah. First person to use the Tigress Gate gets a fame point. Awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna use it. Plus it also gives me the opportunity to potentially roll a 20. So it will take me to a spawn point, or it'll take me anywhere if I roll a 20. So is this risky? Well, yeah, the whole game is risky though. Like, oh yeah, so I should have that. 5. I roll a 5. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Okay, that's actually awesome. So first off, we're gonna switch back here and get my point for being the first one to use the Tigress Gate, and then we're gonna see that the 5 is actually the spawn point for Loth. Oh my god, yes. So I think you were here. So that means I am hopefully gonna use my last dungeon activation and fly into there. And I mean, I'm immediately gonna get hit by the cops, but like, what are you gonna do? So our last engine activation. That is a 6. That is an 8. That is perfect. So then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So because I enter this planet, I immediately get a bounty on me and become an outlaw. Which, you know, wasn't what I wanted out of my life, but it's what I got out of my life. Outlaw and bounty. Okay, so where was I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Go here to the sell spot. Man, I am so close to actually having the which one is it? Collector. Each of the 5 types of cargo cubes. If I had plasma, I could actually get that. Can I get plasma somewhere? Sell plasma at Lunari. I could harvest it in the lower stratus. Man, I'm such a prime target though. Although, man, maybe we should back this up. If I was here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we could actually make it there. And if I could harvest plasma, I think we got to do that. Okay, so let's back it up. Because we didn't reveal any new information, and we have a chance at getting way more points here. So I got 8 worth of movement. So instead of going into Loth, where is this? Okay, you're all the way over here. You're fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is where it gets dicey now. So we're going to roll the d20 to see how I do going into here. That's a 4. We lose 4 energy. I go down to 1. Still okay. I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get over to here. So then I can harvest, which means I roll a d20 and I get really good. It's a 7. No, no. Ugh. Okay, so that means I always have to consult the rules for this part. To be like, how does it work when I lose all my energy from the nebula? I have to disarm my arm markers, moving them to the disarmed section of the ship. 1 per energy lost. And then I have to do 6 more. Ship is immediately stranded. And then, since my ship is stranded, I can only use impulse engines for movement. I may take no other normal actions. I may still take minor actions. Yeah, that's totally an action right there. I become unstranded when I gain 1 or more energy or arms markers. Okay, so I do have my impulse. It's going to take me... I could... Okay, so the way to get out of this is to use my impulse. And I'm going to go 1, 2, and I'm going to attempt to move here with my 3rd move, breaking through the planetary shields and possibly pissing off the cops. So let me change the camera again so I can see, so y'all can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to use my impulse to move 1, 2, and then I'm going to try with my last movement to go through here, and if that works, I will not be stranded anymore. I will have made the enforcer mad. That's a 6. I take a whole bunch of damage, and that's unfortunate. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, wait, no. Yeah. I don't actually move through there. I just take a whole ton of damage, which I can't block with my shield, by the way. Fortunately, I do have enough room on here that I can soak up that damage. 1, 2, 3, but only just barely. Was it the best move in the world? No. But if it would have worked, it would have been awesome. Okay, so that is the end of my turn. I'm still stranded. And then I got to do system expanse. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, y'all can see my ship with all the other damage. I have to do system expanse here, I think. I don't think there's anywhere else it can go. Let's see if we can rotate this board. No, it's like, Zaya, I love you, but it is very hard to try to film you. That's okay. Well, we'll get a system at some point. But in the meantime, like, we just get to enjoy playing this awesome game. Like, even if I lose, which is becoming more and more likely, turn by turn, I think it's still like a fun experience to try to, like, oh, well, how am I going to get this done? So I'm going to hang out there. Fortunately, I don't have a bounty on me, so the cops aren't going to come after me, but while the merchant is still going to work towards getting more points for their buddies. So, merchant, you need 9. 1, 2. I hate doing this, but I think it's what they would do. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They didn't make it there, but using the gates definitely shaves some time off of their commute. Enforcer is not coming after me. And then the scoundrel definitely is coming after me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they get 1 attack on me, which is bogus. And unfortunately, because all my stuff is disarmed, I don't actually get a chance to defend myself. Well, actually, not that I would anyway, because my shield is not doing well. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's a 3. I take 3 damage, which, it's not the best. Like, it's really not the best. 1, 2, 3. It's all going on my engine. Not that I can use my engine right now anyway. Yeah. Oh, jeez. And, also, I think the, no. The Enforcer still had the space rats. So fortunately, I at least I don't get the space rats on me. So I think, what are we gonna do here? That's that. All right. So we're gonna roll for the NPCs, and we are going to roll for Rikishi. So NPC roll is the NPCs are getting all the good rolls here. This is awful. NPCs get 2 more points. 1, 2, which means like I can move this up a little bit, and it'll be easier to see all their stuff. This game is not going to last that much longer, y'all, if we're going to that many points. We do get an event card drawn, so we'll see what that is. Balanced economy. Oh my God. Balanced economy is a promo card that I had to get off of the Board Game Geek, and it turns this game into a dexterity game. I have actually won a solo game with this card before. I don't think it's going to happen in this game. So basically, with Balanced Economy, we stack 3 plasma on this card. Is it going to fit anywhere down here? Let's... okay, there it is, behind my head. We stack 3 plasma on this card when the event is drawn. When a player buys cargo, they may take 1 plasma from the top of the stack for free, which would be really good to have come out on the last round, because plasma was the reason that I put myself in this mess to begin with. When a player sells cargo, oh, this is going to get complicated when I have to move stuff around. When a player sells cargo, they must take all plasma sold and place it on top of the stack. If the stack reaches 6 or more cubes without falling, they score a victory point. This card leaves play when there are 0 cubes in the stack, or if the stack falls after a sell action. Yeah, like you could just see this little tower of plasma here. Like, it was literally my last point in the game that I won with this card, where I was just like, let's see, where is plasma? I'm just like my hand is just shaking, just like, whew, it was great. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be an issue this game. I think the NPCs are probably going to win in a turn or 2. But, oh well, what are you going to do? Well, speaking of what I'm going to do, I'm going to roll for Rikishi. Because I feel like that's what all the cool people do. Why is this not cooperating with me? Okay, there it goes. Let's roll for Rikishi. Rikishi's got a 4, which means that it is 1. Okay, we're going to explore at the circle up there. I think Rikishi is doing more to fill this board out than I am, honestly. It's another dead world. 2, 3. I don't know how much I'm going to worry about getting that on camera, because I don't think we're going to go up to it. This is amazing. I have never seen like all the dead worlds out before. So this is Tofter. It's just like, it's highly likely that all that stuff is going to get destroyed by Rikishi anyway, so I don't think there's a chance at getting up there. Can we even see that? Then I could rotate a little bit more. Great. Okay. What a wonky board. Okay. What am I gonna do? I'm still stranded. Like, I am so screwed. I'm gonna get killed. Like, my only option is to try to make it onto Kemplar 2 and recharge. and it's either like I die trying, or like this dude just kills me. So I think like yeah, I'm just gonna use my impulse in my first move. I'm gonna try to move to here, and we'll see what happens. Let's roll a d20. We're not gonna roll that red d20 because that should have been in dice jail a while ago. So we're gonna roll this cool digital sci-fi looking one that's almost impossible to read. So y'all are just gonna have to take my word for it. That is an 18. Oh my god! What? Ugh. An 18 means that. Well, I love how the instructions have this with the 18. So let me just put this up here. The 18 on a roll to get through a planetary border is like just this little like smiley face. You made it. You made it, guy. Okay, great. So we made it into the planet. That means I didn't even get a bounty by crashing in. So sadly I don't know if I can take any more actions. Let's see here. Stranded. Recharging at a planet. Yeah, I don't get to recharge until my business phase. So that really stinks. I can take minor actions, but I can't do any major actions. Although the good thing is that means the scoundrel can't really get me because I'm in the planet, and I don't think they try to crash through to get you. So, oh my god, I'm gonna have to use my I'm gonna have to repair my damage with all. I'm gonna have to use my exploration tokens to make money to repair my damage. That's too bad. That's what you gotta do. So yeah, because I was stranded, I can't do anything else during my action phase. I mean, if I move from here, I go 1, and then 2. I may as well be in a spot where I don't have to move to do the thing I was going to do on my next turn. Also, let's just say I do take the minor action. I'll get rid of this mission, and I'll see if there's something else that I can get that's better. I'm not really counting on it, but we'll see. So yeah, we'll go on to the business phase. I get a recharge on energy, which means all these things go back up to being armed. I will get to heal, which unfortunately means I turn these in for 2,000 credits that I immediately spend on wiping my damage out. Would have been so much cooler to have, bought stuff there, but oh well. At least I don't have any more damage. So then I do that. I mean, I could go fast and loose here. And the player buys cargo, they may take plasma. Okay, so I will sell my shield for 1,000. And that means I can use that 1,000 on my next turn to buy spice, which gets me free plasma, which lets me claim the collector. So it's 3 isn't going to mean a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the best I can do there. So let's see. We do all that. We do that. I can't claim any fame things. I can't draw any titles events. So refresh everything. Refresh. Then we'll do system expanse, which I think is going to be maybe here. How about there? Kiln, you can move there. System expanse, we're going to line up the arrow here. Neo Vostok. Hey, it's our first ice comet of the game. So, let's see here. We get an exploration token. We get an ice comet. I love the ice comets. I love, can we even see the ice comet on here? Where is this? It's just barely beyond sight. Ice comet. Yeah, ice comet. Yeah. it's unlikely we're going to interact with that too. I think if the NPCs roll really well, this could be over real soon. But I'm going to try at least to get a few more points. And call it a learning experience. I did some gambling this game, I'm not going to lie. And sometimes the gambling just doesn't pay off. But it sure is fun. Anyway, we go to the merchant. The merchant is going to Lunari. Well, I mean, the merchant's at Lunari. There's plenty of cyber. So the merchant takes one of the 4 cyber, adds it to the card. And if there's that much, there is 3 or more cargo on the ship now. So they do unfortunately get another point, which means go up to Fearless Privateer, and we'll have another title come out that we'll deal with. We'll deal with that at the end of the turn there. Well, I guess we'll just deal with it now, because the turn is that's all the merchant is doing. Because the merchant's gonna go. Let's see, where are they going after Lunari? Doravan 5. Oh, that's right there. Oh man, who put this map together? Who did this? What do they get for their title? Deep Space Specialist. To claim this title, be the first player to complete 2 or more missions in one turn. I've done 0 the whole game. I don't think that's going to happen, because also, like, I don't even have an M comp. I don't have any way of getting missions. I'm just looking at the missions I've got here. There's one that lets me pick up a detonator and then try to blow up the second player on my right, which would be the Enforcer. I like the idea of this, but well, you know what? We'll see if it pans out. That would be awesome if I could make that work. So let's see, where were we? I just did the Merchant. We are doing the Enforcer. I still never really have the outlaw strategy pan out here. So Enforcer's leaving me be, and then the Scoundrel is just like, hey, I'm still interested in shooting you, but like, I'm not gonna break through here, so I'm just gonna hang out and like harass you from out here. And I'm like, fine, dude, whatever, dude. Okay, here's the moment that I've been dreading. This could be the end of the game right here. Let's see, we're rolling a d20 for the NPCs. 13. Wait, is that 13? That is a 13. That means they get 1 point. Courageous Corsair, which also means, since they got us up to another event, loyalty. Oh no. Okay, it changed in the political wind. So with this, it makes the alliances of planets different. So let's just see here. Immediately when this card is drawn, roll a d20, 1 through 10, all neutral. Well, let's just see what it is. Let's actually roll it on the thing. That is a 3. All neutral planets are outlaw planets. All right, that's interesting. Okay, so we'll just we'll stick a couple of these little reminders on our neutral guys. So that actually means the the merchant is going to become an outlaw just by visiting the neutral planets, which I love, but unfortunately the space cops aren't going to go after them. So yeah, so that's wild, man. Okay, and then we are gonna roll for Rikishi. Rikishi. It's 5. Rikishi is just continuing to explore out here. Okay, so the 5 means that Rikishi is gonna go 1, 2, 3 this direction. It's gonna totally eat up that exploration token as predicted. Let's line up at the T up there. Oh man, okay, it's Zaya. So that means that Rikishi, I think, is going to be done for. Let's see, 1, 2, yep. Let's just double check the rules here. Rikishi, if it enters the Zaya sector. So yeah, Rikishi, the ice comet just flew into a star and evaporated. After all of that excitement, I mean, like, it's been carving a swath of devastation over the board here, which is real cool. Also, now that Zaya is out, it means blind jumping is not going to be as big of a deal, although there's barely any tiles left that are unexplored, so we'll see what happens. Okay, my turn. Me. I'm going to take a buy action. I'm going to buy with my little bit of money. I will spend 1,000 and I will buy 2 spices. And because I'm buying spices, it means I get a plasma from the top of the stack for free. Okay, great. So I can actually claim, I can claim collector during the claim theme part of my turn. Man. Oh, I really wish Balanced Economy had come out, before I went to the lower stratus and became stranded. That would have really helped. Oh, well, it is what it is. So, oh yeah, Rikishi is gone. We don't need that card anymore to remind us about that. So let's actually start rolling some dice and see if I can get my my engine's actually functioning nicely here. That's 5, 6, 7. Thank you, GTS. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wish that I had done this first, but you know what? I'm not gonna roll it back this time. Let's see if we can use our disruptor field to just get through the Loth planetary borders for free. 14. That is a definite yes. We do go through the border with no consequences. So while I'm rolling dice, let's just wait. What am I? 1, 2. I'm just going to use my impulse to go over to the cell space. So let's not worry about rolling dice just yet. All right, impulse will get us 3 movement. So I don't get a bounty by going in here, which is nice. And then I'm going to sell everything. I'm going to get so much money. It's like you get 1,000 per, but unfortunately it's like whatever. I pay for the convenience, so I'm going to sell everything. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cubes. That does get me a fame point, which is nice. And it gets me 8,000 credits. So let's just go ahead and get the point here. And, oh, is that a little dog down there? There's a little dog down here. I can feel your tail wagging my leg. Oh my gosh, you're so good. Well, man, that was kind of gonna be like the crux of my strategy for a while. What else am I doing? I think, honestly, like I'm gonna go over to Kemplar 2 and I am going to buy more spice. There's still more spice to be had. And unfortunately, that's gonna make the cops mad, but whatever, You know what yeah. I'm trying to keep at least my board game playthroughs clean. You'll notice I haven't cursed at all. Wait, have I? I'm pretty sure I haven't cursed at all. Anyway, I'm still on the rolling the dice screen. Let's go ahead and roll my dice to see. Oh, an 8. An 8. We got an 8. Awesome. So, let's move on out of Loth and see what we can do. I will grab, let's see, 1. Ice damage. Love to see it. Okay, great. Like, it would have been great to go a turn without making the scoundrel come after us, but what are you gonna do? Let's see here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. Do I? Whenever. Okay, no, I don't have to worry about getting getting space rats. Oh, I did become an outlaw. I legitimately became an outlaw. Because in solo mode, you turn into an outlaw even when you leave, which really stinks, man. So that means the enforcer's definitely going to come after us. I have the money to bribe them, but I don't really want to. Like, I want to spend that on spice. Let's see. Okay, we're going to roll one more time and see if we can get back to Kemplar 2. 5, 6, 7, because as the mock horror ship, I can still use lawful planetary entrances, which is fantastic. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yeah, I will spend I don't want the merchant to get any more. So even though the exchange rate is not good, I will spend 2,000 and I will buy the rest of the plasma from Kemplar 2. So I'm kind of wasting 500 here, but like you can't get smaller denominations in this game, so I guess that's just where we are. This does mean that spice will be in demand, and so if somebody sells hollow, not at Loath, that means they'll get an extra bunch of credits. I don't think that's going to happen this game. Okay. So I do have I've done all my moving. I can't move anymore. So let's go on to my business phase. Ice damage goes away. Awesome. What do I need to bribe the cops? I need 2,000 because they're definitely going to come after me. I need 2,000. So I think what's going to happen is I will spend... Can I fit this all in here? Can I fit this fancy blaster in my hold? Yes, I can. I will spend some money. I will get a blaster. And maybe I can just, blow up this scoundrel. Because the scoundrel does have, like, a bounty on them, technically, right? Yeah, it spawns with 2,000 credit bounty. And if I can kill it, then I not only get the bounty, but I do get... I do get fame points. So, okay, that could be something to think about. Is maybe it's a way that I could make a comeback right at the end. So yeah, I've got enough money to pay off the cops. I will trade this in for a fame, just because I want to feel like I'm getting somewhere. And oh my god, I'm finally at 6. I'm past the first row. I'm back on the camera, baby. Okay, let's see. What else? I don't have enough money, really, to do anything else great. Yeah, I'll just go on to status phase. I do claim the collector, which will give me... here, I'll put it on the other screen. So I get to claim this because I did get all the different types of cargo cubes in my hold. So whenever I sell all the cargo cubes in my hold, I get another 1,000. So that's pretty stinking cool. And not only do I get the 1,000, but I do get 1, 2, 3 more fame points. Oh my gosh. So pretty good. I'm almost up to double digits. Love to see that. All right. So we're going to do system expanse. Okay, there's only one spot I can expand to. So that means I rotate the board one more time. And we're going to expand up to here. It's Pelmont, and Pelmont is going to be there. Oh, there's so many exploration tokens on the board. There's like so many points to get, and I just don't think that I'm gonna be able to get them. Okay, so there's Pelmont. We did the Expanse, and then we will. Oh, wait a second. Each is normal each time. I should double check. I was pretty sure you got bounties for leaving planets, but let's see. Each time your ship enters an outlaw planet using the planetary entrance, increases by 1,000. Maybe it doesn't increase when you leave, because that would be super cool. I'd love to not be I'd love to not be an outlaw right now. You'd think I'd know all the any innocent ship that passes through the planetary entrance gets a bounty. I'm gonna go with they still saw me. It still happened. I'm still an outlaw. That seems right to me. Anyway, merchant. Where's the merchant going? The merchant wants to go to Doravan 5, which sad to say is going to give them a bounty. So they get 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wah, 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 wah. You stupid merchant. You have a bounty on you, and you can't get your thing until your next turn. So let's see here. Bounty on the merchant. Unfortunately, they do get a point because, well, because they have a bunch of cargo cubes. Nothing I can do about that. Let's see. The cops. What are the cops going to do? The cops are going to follow me in here. They're going to be like, hey, Fee, I'm going to move you twice. Move around this one more deserving target. And so the space cops, if in range, and range on the enforcer means they have a missile. So really they would be, I think, let's call them here to give them a like clear line of sight. But they're gonna be like, hey, like you outlaw, what's going on here? And I'll be like, it's okay, relax, dude. I'm gonna pay you. Look, I'm a tier 2 ship. I got 2,000. You didn't see nothing, copper. And they're like, okay, fine, I guess not. And then the scoundrel is just like, I still can't get in here. I am pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure since the space cops flew next to me, though, that, well, actually, no, it would have gone back to the scoundrel. So the scoundrel is now infested with space rats. Okay, what are we doing? We're rolling for the NPCs. Let's get a look at that final roll. Hopefully I'll get one more round, but I think the odds, 1, 2, or 3, come on. That's a 9. They get one more point, which brings them to 15, and that is game. All right, so final score 9-15. It was one of those games where it was like a challenge most of the way through. What could we have done differently? Well, I really gambled. Like I said earlier, I gambled super hard on some things. I had a few turns also that didn't really do a whole lot just because I didn't get an engine going. And it always hurts when you have the merchant come out super early, which happened. I think Kemplar 2 was the first tile we drew off of the stack of the I mean, if it wasn't the first, it was among the first. So getting the merchant getting points for the NPCs early on is tough. Like the scoundrel and the enforcer didn't really do a whole lot, but yeah, man, you just have a few bad rolls in some places and it's hard to catch up. Honestly though, this whole business here, I kind of did this to myself where I was like, but if it paid off, it would be cool. Just like I think it was super cool that I was able to hide in the debris field from the scoundrel. So, you know, what can I say? Like, Zaya is just like that. I think that's why I like this game so much, because every time I come back to it, it's like a challenge. Like, is it just going to completely screw me over? Or am I going to, like, figure some cool combo out and, like, win? And honestly, I think that's why this and Binding of Isaac appeal to me so much. So anyway, if you've been with me since the beginning of this video, thank you so much for watching, and let's see what's coming up soon. I'm still working on that outer rim video. I'll probably get a few more Isaac videos done. Hopefully I'll get an outer rim and a Robinson Crusoe playthrough. I think I'm going to get my Robinson Crusoe Game Blast video uploaded pretty soon. So yeah, until next time, it's been great, and see y'all soon.